Los Angeles Rams are world champions. A Lombardi trophy for Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Rams are world champions. A Lombardi trophy for Los Angeles.
The Ramilia Sports Report is now live.
What is up, my Ramilia fans of the defending NFC West champion Los Angeles Rams? Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday evening. So the big story, the Rams made their roster cuts, and they did get some of the players that we wanted. Tanner Ingle, Lampkin. There's Lampkin back. There's a Lampkin back, but not the one that we really wanted. I'm just kidding. We wanted him too, but we'll get into that. More on that in a second. So I was on Twitter, and I'm with the rest of the Ramilia, and we're like, Troy Reader is that important to hold on. All right, sorry. Troy Reader is that important to hold on. All right. Troy Reader is that important to not bring back Chris Paul Jr. To add insult to injury. The Seahawks claimed him. And it turns out that I found out later that we didn't even offer him a spot on the practice squad. Is it the worst move ever? No. Chris Paul Jr. Still had to prove himself. He's looking at having to do what he can do what we think he can do on the playing field. I'm pretty sure that McVay and Snead were a little leery about having a couple of rookies and just one veteran on the squad. Omar Speights is in his second year. I guess something about that that special teams was one of the major reasons why they brought back Troy Reader. Now, I don't know about you, and I know, listen, we just take them for what they're saying, but I don't know about you, but I don't remember Troy Reader being a special teams guru, a special teams master out there dogging people. I mean, come on now. Just be like, you know what? Chris Paul Jr. Was really good. It was a tough decision. Just wasn't comfortable of having two rookies on the squad with Nate Landman and whatever. It doesn't matter because it's not, I'm not the one who makes the decision. But we've already seen, and I was noticing on Twitter that there's some people saying, because we're complaining about things. Some people get in their feelings like we do, but they say, because you're complaining that the season is over because we didn't get a couple of players that we wanted. The Willie Lampkin went to the Eagles, so we just helped their offensive line. Chris Chris Paul Jr. went to the Seahawks, and remember, we were all we were all saying that our rival teams and other teams are going to get, we have a lot of talent, a lot of guys that brought in. The Snead and McVay have an eye for talent, and so we knew that they were going to raid our waiver wire. So that wasn't a surprise, but really, Troy Reader, waive him and bring him back at a better deal. I don't know. We signed him for 1 year. He's a veteran, so he's got little bit more rights. But I was really looking forward to seeing a rotation of Omar Spates and Sean Dolick and Chris Paul Jr. in there. May the best man win, and so and get more playing time. But it is what it is. We already know what we were offered with Troy Reader. He's NFL linebacker, average at best, not necessarily a specialty. I guess it's special teams. So I just want to get that out of the way. And then Willie Lampkin, the pancake maker. The Eagles just got richer on the offensive line, man, and he still has to show that he can do it consistently in the pros. And he's a shorter guy, but all the scores were out the window. Really, we're gonna let this. I mean, I like Warren McClendon, and those are two different individuals with different skill sets, but waive him. When he came in, he wasn't as good as I thought he was. Now he's done better, but this guy looks to. I mean, he's a wrestler. He knows how to get leverage. He's a beast. I don't know. And I shouldn't say that about McClendon, but we just made the Eagles stronger, folks. It is what it is. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. We did bring back a bunch of guys. And I'm going to put them here. Of note, we brought back the Truth Edwards, wide receiver. We brought back AJ Curry, offensive lineman. We brought back Lampkin, except Cam Lampkin, the cornerback. That's pretty good. Wide receiver Brennan Elvis Presley, thank you very much, is back. After those 2 catches in the preseason game, we had to bring those guys back, so they came back. We signed them to our practice squad. Tight end Mark Redmond is back. Ronnie of the Rivers Run Deep is back. Cody, the Juice Schrader, is back, and now the rest of them are there. So, it was 16 players in all for right now, and but yeah, I do trust McVay and Snead, but I'm just gonna tell you this, and I told you guys before. I trust them. I understand what they have a plan. But what was the Ernest Jones plan? They do this stuff sometimes. Why would you get rid of Ernest Jones before the season and then you stymie us against the run? That's why Saquon Barkley's ass was taken off in the regular season and in the playoffs, because we had guys learning. So, yes, I trust Les Snead. Yes, I trust McVay. But what the hell are you doing getting rid of Ernest Jones right before the season? Poor Chris Shula, defensive coordinator, is like, you did what? Omar Spates, welcome to the fire. He did really well, but like I said before, I really think that if Ernest, even if he was even an issue, just to handle it, he's a professional. He seems to be a good dude. You never know who to believe, but because he said that he was willing to play under the contract, but I think that he would have got in the way of a couple of those runs, and at least how somebody could have gang tackled Saquon Barkley instead of run to the house twice for 2 touchdowns. So that's why I say I trust Les Snead. I trust McVay. But why do they do that? That's all I'm saying. Once in a while, even the greatest of decision makers mess up. And so that's what I'm saying, is they possibly messed up here because they strengthened 2 teams that could be impeding us in the future. But we can't worry about that. We have our guys, and now we just Now we ride, baby. Now we mount up. But but yeah, so that's why I said that. I trust Les Snead, I trust Sean McVay, but sometimes Ernest Jones, um, they do something like that, and it's not all the time, luckily. But but yeah, so let's get into the chat. Appreciate you guys for joining me. I just had to get it off my chest. Who knows if Chris Paul Jr. is going to make it in the pros, if he's going to be what we think he is? But I'm just saying. I think let's just keep the bar low for a second, and then I'm going to be over this. I think that Chris Paul Jr. right now. Okay, here's my hand. Here is veteran linebacker Troy Reader. Here's Chris Paul Jr. Right, a couple notches underneath him because he's a young guy. But the skill set's like this. When it comes to agility, the skill set, the speed, the agility, the physicality. So he can learn right now. Troy Reader is a more experienced, better linebacker, maybe even special teams player, like McVay was saying. But do you think he can't reach where Troy Reader is? I think his instincts and everything else will get him through while he gets the experience. Look at Omar Spates. Just look at that. So that's all I'm going to say. What we have in Troy Reader, we roll with it. That's what we have. But I just think that as the year went on, that Chris Paul Jr. Would be right there with Troy Reader as far as a linebacker. And then he takes it over the top with his agility and speed and all that stuff. So anyway, physicality and all that stuff. But that's it. It's over. They're not Rams anymore. It sucks that we helped two of our rivals. And so anyway, it is what it is. We can't control that. But at least the Niners didn't get any of our guys. Brian Smith says, the Rams will beat the Texans 20-3. Love it, Brian. My guy, OG Willie Bowen. I hate the Philadelphia Eagles. Me too, man. And they got Willie Lampkin. Son of a gun. But whatever. It is what it is. Round 74 says, well, at least the Angels scored a field goal. Willie One says, you mean the whiners, Brian? Just about the same. The whiners, they're always whining. They got Scantling, the wide receiver. Man. Deuce Falco says, glad we got Dolick. Yeah, that's a good news. So I don't want to be negative Nelly, but I just wanted them all. I wanted it all. I wanted a rotation of Omar Spates, Dolick, and Chris Paul Jr. and Nate Landman, taking him under the wing and showing him the way. And but okay, what did it? Troy Reader's here, over it now. He's fine. That's who we have. But at least we have Omar Spates and Dolick and Nate Landman. So the puncher out of the ball, punch the ball out of the ball carrier specialist, Nate Landman. But yeah, that's a great comment. Glad we got Dolick. Still upset about the Eagles getting Lampkin. Yeah, yeah, and he was hurt. Yeah, off IR. They saw it too. They saw the damn pancake. Even Baldy was showing. I think it was Baldy, but a lot of content creators were showing Lampkin pancake multiple times. The Cowboys guy, and it's just preseason. But I mean, you'd rather have your offensive lineman doing that to guys instead of just nothing. LA Rams says, we're getting new uniforms tomorrow. Yes, thank you for the segue. Tomorrow's the big day, and for what all intents and purposes, let's get into the clip, and then I'll go over it with you guys. And so I believe in you. I believe that Alan Sales actually has a pretty good comment. Chris Paul Jr. missed valuable time with a calf injury through training camp. So that hurt him. I forgot about that. But still, though, golly, anyway, I'm over it now. You can tell I'm over it. Zombie. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find my comments so I can show you. All right, let's see. Let's see. I want to show you something. Let's see. I'm going to show you what I believe the uniforms are going to look like. Let me get my comment here, my post together. Okay, it's fine. Hold on. So to me the jerseys, they're going to be like a navy blue color, like a dark navy blue. It's not even navy blue. It's like a midnight blue, something like that, right? That's what the color is going to be. And so let me show you what they're going to look like, in my opinion. Let me show it to you. Here we go. All right, let me show it to you. Hold on. Let me share the screen with you. So this is, to me, what it's going to look like. The dark navy on the TV, it might look black, but it's like a midnight black, a midnight blue with the. And I think it's not going to be gradient numbers. Thank God. I think it's going to be solid numbers, but it's going to be like that, like the midnight navy, the midnight blue with the yellow numbers, and then there's the helmets with the midnight blue color and then the horn. I think it's going to be something like that. I think that's what it's going to be. So that's my take on that. I think that's what it's going to look like. Just to give you an idea, tomorrow they're going to announce them, and we get to wear them one time. But yeah, let's see here. Jack Ford says, Troy Reader has the Epstein file. Bryce was no, Pooh wasn't claimed. Yeah, I wish he was. He was. But I'm not the only one, but I just think he was going to be a good player for us. We know what Troy Reader's there. Appreciate him. He's a Ram. I'm all for him. He's on our team. But I just wanted to see with my own let me look at you with my own eyes. I wanted to see the brother. I saw, there's guys that break down film and like Baldy, and there's other guys, the Saturday, what's that two dudes, the Saturday morning football dudes, or whatever it is, they break down film and stuff, and they were high on Lampkin, and they were high on this dude, or if it wasn't them, it was somebody else that was high on Chris Paul, as well as Dolick. And I'm like, dude, I mean, when does anybody break down film on for the good, to show how good he is? When does anybody ever? Check this comment out. This is what you see here. Only listen to me very carefully. When does anybody ever break film down on a Troy Reader to show how good he is? They show where he's messing up. They don't break down film to show you how good he is or great plays. Once in a blue moon, he'll play, that's all I'm saying. They're breaking film down on this guy, and it's just preseason, but they're showing you that he has tendencies like a veteran. There's instances where he could have fell for the cheese, and he goes around, he does it the right way. That's what I'm saying, and that's why I get so frustrated, because when have you ever seen, and I'm repeating myself, where somebody breaks down film like a Baldy or the Saturday morning brothers, and they're breaking down film on Troy Reader to show you how good of a linebacker he is. Never. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I'll be over it after today. I promise you. Willie Wong says, I pray that the new LA Ram uniforms resemble the 7380s with the closed horn on the helmets. That'd be a good idea, Willie. But the only thing is, this is the rivalry. It has to do with the Nike brand rivalries. So we're just going to wear it one time. It's not the uniform that we've been waiting for. We have two alternates that are coming. They rescheduled it for this from last year to this year, and then now the Nike thing took over. So we're not going to do two uniforms in the same year. Well, I don't know why, because we're only going to wear one, the rivalries for one. So they pushed it back again. So that's what happened with that, Willie. It's a rivalries Nike uniform where we're going to wear it one time for against their Seahawks. Danny Barry Sports Highlights. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hello, Danny Barry. Appreciate you. Go Rams. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the information. 5-1 Dalios. Love it, love it, love it. Jock42 says, I trust I trust McVay and Snead. Yep. I do too. I just, we can't agree with everything, but I already went over what I said. I just... hopefully, I'm just going to say this. I'm not even going to say what I was going to say. I wish them luck. I just don't want their teams to do good. Talking about Chris Paul and Lampkin. Ducey Falco says, that really is sports. Rams had the most poached waivers. I feel a bit better. Yeah, 4. Listen, we all told you guys. I told you that we have a lot of talent. The Rams are reloaded. They have a lot of talent, and you can't keep everybody. But there's certain guys you're like, to give an idea, nobody got Kendrick. Hold on. To give you an idea, nobody claimed Darian Kendrick. And I appreciate Darian Kendrick. I'm glad they didn't claim him. He's raw, but he's still on my S list. Remember when he kept having all them penalties against him? But I like him. He's a good dude. But listen, for me, I don't care if I like you or you're a friend of mine. I'll be a little nicer. But if the results aren't there, then I'm going to say it. So, yeah, I'm still mad at him for giving the Niners the ball at the 1-yard line with a stupid penalty right before halftime. Didn't even look for the ball. Grabbed the guy, and they gave him the ball at the 1-yard line a couple years ago. But not only that, and then he was penalized like unmercifully. Brian Smith says, Ducey, I think it was a FU to McVay for poaching McMahon from their practice squad last year. No, it's all unfair. Hey, listen, it's our fault. It's our fault. We leave guys unprotected. And give an idea. Did you know, check this out. Did you know in St. Louis, our Ramelia and brothers and sisters and Ram fans in St. Louis, God bless you. You're part of the Ramelia, always will be. I'm sorry that your team's in Southern California. I understand it was always loyalty over location. So always feel included. Just because we talk about Los Angeles, I live in California, in Southern California, and the Rams were here when I was a kid, and so we're happy that. But never take that as a slight because you're part of the Ramelia. For us, it was always loyalty over location. I'm sorry that they're not in St. Louis for you guys, but you could always come to beautiful SoFi. Loyalty over location. You're part of the Ramelia. Don't let nobody tell you anything other than that. Back to what I was saying. When the Rams were in St. Louis, right, they left Kurt Warner unprotected for I think it was the Jaguars for the expansion draft. But nobody claimed him because he, at that time, it was Kurt Warner released from the Green Bay Packers, and he's struggling. He was on the Amsterdam team, I think it was the Arena League team, and Barnstormers is that what it is? And so they left him unprotected. Imagine if they would have claimed him, there would have been no Greatest Show on Turf or a different quarterback. And hold on, my grandson's having a cow right now. Burrow Stouffer, how you doing, brother? I'm sorry, I didn't read it. What's up, Rudy? How you doing, bro? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. And that's great. Right there. Ingo is back. Yes, indeed, baby. The hammer. Um, Tanner Ingo, Chris Kringle is back. Somebody give that kid a chupon. All right. But yeah, so he's there's a lot of bright spots, but I just, you want them all. You want all those good players, but it is what it is. Hold on. They're gonna take him to the room, babe. Sorry, he's hungry. Rand's mom says, if you pretend Dolik was drafted instead of Paul, then it's not a big deal. Yeah, no, it's fine. That was Dolik should have been drafted, but we'll take him. That was he's going to be really good. I would just love to have Chris Paul, man. I just think he has a lot of upside. But anyway, we'll get over that. David Kerner, how you doing, brother? What up, Rudy? How you doing? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Burrow says, cannot wait for week 1 against the Texans. Me too. Brian Smith says, Phillies offensive tackle and OG's average 6'6" in height. Seeing Lampkin playing guard would be hilarious. Yeah, but there's a lot of things you can do with him. You can use him like jumbo formation. You can use him like maybe a fullback, like a glorified fullback, and smash somebody, pancake somebody. He's just really good, man. I just in the spot start, who knows? His size is what holds him back to be like an everyday starter. But they were saying that Aaron Donald was too small. Sean Ford, the Rams are weird with the inside linebacker position. Yeah, man, I tweeted out too that the Rams were known. The Ram franchise, my damn ponytail is all crooked. It looks stupid. Just pulled my hair back real quick. The Rams were known in the past for great linebackers. Jim Youngblood, Jack Hacksaw Reynolds, James Laurinaitis, London Fletcher. I have it here. Hold on. I was looking at it because I was like, they go way back, baby, way back. Hold on. They go way back. But you guys get the idea. Mike Jones, how do we win the Super Bowl? Mike Jones in St. Louis. Mike Jones saved our bacon. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Mike Jones saved our bacon, boy. And that's one thing about Twitter. Whenever you post something, sometimes it's hard to find it. I see a bunch of other stuff. That's okay. Hold on. Fucking Bing. I told you about Bing. I forgot to switch it. Hold on. Tank Younger. Kevin Green. Jim Youngblood. Jack Hacksaw Reynolds. London Fletcher. Isaiah Robertson. James Laurinaitis. Roman Pfeiffer, if you remember Roman Pfeiffer, pretty good. Robert Quinn. Outside linebackers. Carl Eckern. Mike Jones. Ogletree. Les Richer. Hall of Famer. Mike Wilcher. Mel Owens. Pisa Tina Samoa. Bob Brzezinski. It's just we used to take pride in the linebacking situation, and it's sad to see that we do like the Niners do for the offensive line, except for Trent Williams. Jose R says, when do we start calling Presley the King? I love it. How you doing, Jose R? Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. He was the king on that play in the middle of the field, coming down with 3 guys around him, baby. We have a plethora of wide receivers. Johnny Ribble says everyone bashes Reader, but he is a perfect backup player. Coach trusts him with the green dot and is a special teams guy. Pooh getting cut means Dolek beat him out. Yep. Yeah, that's a good comment. It's not even for me. It's not even a fact that you'd rather have Dolek than Chris Paul Jr. But I just like having both. I just think that right now, like I said, Troy Reader is a better player. He's a veteran in the NFL than Chris Paul Jr. But I think that Chris Paul Jr. can reach where he's at and then use the attributes that he has, skill set wise, to get be above that. But it's about this season, so that's all. That's a great comment though. Yep, unless we trust. Yep. Burrow says in Sean McVay, we in Sean wait, hold on. Okay. In Sean McVay and Les Snead, I ain't worried. Rams will be all right. Yep. I got you. Brian Smith says 32 teams passed on Lampkin 7 times. No need to lose any sleep over him. Lampkin, not so much for me. I like him, but I would Chris Paul Jr. Just something about having athletic linebackers. Because I do not want to see Saquon Barkley freaking taking off again. It has to do. Poona Ford's going to help stop that, and all of our defensive linemen. But once they get past the first level, the linebackers have to get in there and start snuff it out before it even starts. Rasmus says, I gotta be honest. When the Rams drafted Paul, I went to go see his highlights because everyone was hyped, and I was not overwhelmed. He looked okay, but I didn't see what everyone else saw. I haven't seen the highlights for college, but I was looking at the film that they were breaking down on him in the preseason games and what he was doing right. And a couple of things that caught my eye was when they were saying that normally a young linebacker would go for this cheese. They call it cheese. This setup here, but he didn't. He stood his ground and was being what's the word? Not mature. He was doing his job basically, and he went right with the ball carrier. He cut the ball carrier off. He was doing a lot of stuff that wily veterans do. That's what I liked about it. But yeah, it's nothing's guaranteed. That's all. That's just my opinion, and that's all. But Troy Reader's our guy now, so that's fine. That's not me coping. It's honest to God. I felt at the time in way more disappointed about losing Lampkin to Philly. Yeah, me too. Both of them, but the linebacking core, like we have a lot of linebackers. I hate that we lost Lampkin, but I mean we have a lot of offensive linemen. Rather, I hate that we lost Lampkin, but the linebacking core, I just wanted it to be athletic as can be, man. Because I remember when we used to have really good linebackers, man, really good. I was hoping that Ernest Jones was going to fit that bill and get better and do his thing. My OG Willie Bones says, San Francisco Escalator Whiners. Stockton says, now I'm here, bitches. How you doing, Stockton? Still mad at no Lampkin or Chris Paul Jr., but we have to trust her. Yeah, I'm already talked it out. But that's what sucks for me too is like I told you guys, the Eagles got one of them. The Seahawks got one of them. It's not that we lost them. I'd rather have the Seahawks get Troy Reader. I mean, that wouldn't happen, but anyway, whatever. That's part of it that just chops my heart. That's like you cut me and then you throw some lemon in it. He goes, claim Lampkin, they violated the unwritten law. Yeah, that's what I saw that. But look, they have Sirianni as head coach. They got Big Dom patrolling the sidelines. They're from Philadelphia. They don't care. You got to smash them. You got to smash them in the playoffs. This is, scumbag organization. I'm surprised at this Nick Sirianni. I mean, you got players, you got coaches fighting, telling Nick Sirianni to get away, and he's the head coach. It's weird. They won. Rasmus says, Rudy, did you see the Rams had the most? Yep, 4 of them. Yep. And I'm not surprised. We've all been saying that the Rams have a lot of talent. Teams are going to be the team up north, our little bros with the red caps. Um, Surprised that they didn't try to get some of our guys. Or some of our receivers. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Let's get into a clip. Between the horns, JD. Let's go.
All right, so the continuity, both in terms.
JB. All right, here we go.
So the continuity, both in terms of roster and coaching, the good vibes leads you to be optimistic about where things are going.
So from the vibes to this, the vibes were real, and I think this team and the way it's constructed has a chance to really, contend.
Let's see if it translates into starting faster.
No,
that's definitely the order of business.
No, it's not going to be St. Louis. Well, that's a good idea. I mean, good comment. St. Louis Blue. I better not put the figure in front of the damn camera because Torrey Holt figure. It's close to it. I think it's a little darker. Like a midnight blue. It's a tad darker than the St. Louis Navy. That's a great comment, though. We'll see. I don't know for sure, but I think would you say the Michigan Wolverines blue is darker than the St. Louis blue? I think it is a little bit. Bryce Smith Lombardi's over uniform style. Yeah, man, I'd like for them to win the Lombardi and win another Lombardi and just be in t-shirt and jeans. I mean, who cares to win it all? But I want to wear something cool. Rally Rams says, by me looking at the round 2025 schedule, I think that Rams will be 13-4. Great comment. If we don't have any injuries, I can see the same thing. That's a great comment, man. Great comment. Let's see. And guys, don't forget to hit the like. Hit the like button or subscribe if you haven't already. I forget to do that, so I'm getting that out of the way right now, just to let you guys know. Let people at work and your family let them know about the Real Sports Report. We're on Sundays and Wednesdays all the time, 7:05. Certain days we switch it to Monday, or we'll add more days throughout the season. So appreciate you guys coming in here. Appreciate it. Let's see. Real says, horns up, Ramley. Yes, indeed. And McVeigh and Stevie Trust. Yep, we've got to do it. There's Deucey Falco with it. Hit the likes. Appreciate you. Seattle Rams. Yeah, Seattle Rams. I mean, all over the place. I remember I was telling you guys with Sean McVay's coaching tree all over the NFL. Detroit. Green Bay. Just on and on and on. There's going to be guys that are getting plucked because, Les Need likes them, so let's get them. They brought him in. Yep. LA Rams says, let's see. I hope not that the Rams won't be looking like the Steelers with those new uniforms. Yeah, it's a little dark blue. We'll see tomorrow. Brian Smith says, Rams know EJ and Paul's weaknesses. That's not a given. They'll hurt us when we play Seattle. That's a good comment. Yeah, nothing is guaranteed because they're young players. I'm just saying that, I'm not going to, I already got it off my chest. I just don't like now, that's lingering that the Seahawks and the Eagles got our guys. Yeah, she says, Willie Lapham getting picked up by the Eagles worries me a little. They usually are good at picking offensive line. No, I mean, yep. There's nothing more you can say except for that. That's what we've been saying. It's a double whammy. Stockton says, Paul didn't get claimed, but he chose to sign with Seattle over the Rams on the practice squad. He was probably pissed and said, F the Rams. You know what? I thought that too, Stockton. I texted you. But what's his face? Cameron De Silva, I think it was. I can't remember. They said that he said that the Rams didn't even offer him a practice squad spot. So I don't know, man. I don't know. And then I saw a post, it's probably fake, where somebody saw Micah Parsons at LAX. Maybe there'll be some big news tomorrow with the uniform. Imagine that. Here's the Rams rivalry uniforms. Here's AD coming back from retirement, and here's Micah Parsons, both wearing the new uniform to model it for you. Rugo says he's with Seattle now, so you can call him Pooh, Rudy. Yeah. Pooh on you. Pooh on you, Chris. SoFi Northwest. Soccer says the Rams are right. The Rams are right. 95% of the time, I think that's a great comment. Yep. Rugo says, don't pedigree me. I'm here. There you go. Love it. Rams Mom says, don't get why they just don't put. Yeah, that's what they were saying. Why don't we just put them on IR? That's what I was saying. Remember in my stream, I was like, I don't remember which player I used, but let's just use Lampkin. Lampkin, you're hurt, right? On the IR. Season-ending injury. Sorry about that, but you're going to stay with us. Brian Smith says, Rumbo, you lurking in our chat, bro? He's all. Rumbo. Every other post, he posts those 5 trophies. Like they helped him. Like those 5 trophies are going to help him anytime this year. Let's get up to Sean McVay. Let's see. What I got? What do I got? Let's see. Did I not get it? Hold on. Let's see. Oh, that's what I have. Okay, so here's our guys at the Sparks game. LA teams, baby. LA teams. There you go. Rubio says, LA Godfather Willie B. Yes, indeed, baby. Love it. Rasmus says, was IR not an option for Lampkin? I can't believe he's on the Eagles now. That's a great question. I mean, I'm pretty sure if it was available for them to keep him somehow like that, they could. But Stockton said, like, there's like an unwritten rule, but still that just doesn't guarantee nothing, that you don't claim guys off of IR. So they let it be known that they were going to, waive them IR designation or whatever they called it. It's like an unwritten rule, but it's not a rule. So go Dayos. Ogletree was good. LA Rams says, I say Texans 20, Rams 27. I'll take it. As long as we keep stacking them dubs, baby. Lampkin isn't that physically strong. Only 10 bench press reps compared to Limmer's 39 reps and Wyatt Ball's 32 reps. Oh, nice information. Willie Ball says, verse takeout Barkley is vital. He was trying to catch him. Saquon Barkley even said, he looked back, that fella's not supposed to be moving so fast. He was saying that because Verse, ran after him, and you're not going to be able to run down a Saquon Barkley if he's got a full head of steam. But he said, I kept looking back, and that big fella's not supposed to be moving that fast. Sorry, Saquon Barkley talking about Verse. And he goes, he was gaining, but he was going to catch me. But that man is a freak. A big man like that's not supposed to be moving that fast. He was saying about Jared Verse. Yep. That's the good news, though. Yeah, let's just, Sean Dollick is our guy, and that's the good news. Linebackers need to snuff it out. Charles Brown's Death Wish style. Yes, indeed. Yep. Chaos Theory, how you doing, brother? What up, Rudy? Long time no see. Why Reader Repul? We've been talking about that. It's coach's decision. We'll just have to go with it. Yeah, we've been talking about that. AMS says, how can you keep Reeder and Murchison and cut Paul and Lampkin? Kidding me? You kidding? Hold on, let me get off my stool. Back's killing me. Yeah, man. We just got to go with it. We just got to go with it, man. We just got to go with it. We just got to go with it. Rubio's cooking. BC Focus says, speaking of Torrey Holt, why? Yes, there's another thing that pissed me off. Yeah, he should be there too. So should Henry Ellard. So should London Fletcher. Mutchison and Paul don't even play the same position. Horrible. And well, he's just talking about that they're different positions, but he's just talking about the idea that we brought those two guys back, and the upside of what he thinks Paul can offer us. But everyone has a right to their opinion. But yeah, two different positions, but just a take. DC Focus, Torrey Holt Hall of Fame needs to happen. It should have happened a long time ago. Brian Smith says, we should cut Josh Carty to keep Pooh Paul. No need to waste the rest. No, Playboy Carty's got to stay. Playboy Carty. I saw somebody call him that. I call him Carty like it's 1999. I saw this other YouTube guy, Kansas City Chiefs guy, call him Playboy Carty, and then you look at him, he's like clean cut guy. That's funny. Rubio says, big game Torrey Holt not being in the Hall of Fame is blasphemy. But that Weiner Patrick Willis got in before. Big game is a champion. Willis is a good linebacker. Well, that killed me with London Fletcher. He deserves to be in there, Patrick Willis. But to get in there before London Fletcher, the same position, he has similar stats to Ray Lewis, and he's a champion, and you put this guy in there, he deserves it, but so does London Fletcher. Stark says, once the season starts, we will forget all these fools. Brian says, teach Ethan Evans to kick. He can do both. That's why you're saying about that. Gotcha. Stockton's too much. Brian says, I'm just saying I like Playboy Carty. Yeah. Brian says, defensive line is our best unit. Why would Snead trade for Parsons? No, I'm just kidding. Somebody posted that Micah Parsons was in LAX. I was like, oh. Ruby says, Rombo don't want the smoke. He gets pissed, boy. Rombo gets pissed. MS says, Brian Smith, nobody in their right mind would choose Merson over Reeder, Paul, Napkin, no matter what position they play. Yep. It's okay. Everybody has a right to the opinion, but I understand it. I'm upset because the damn Eagles and the Seahawks got him. Animal Horses, are you on Instagram? I used to be, but I'm not anymore. Right now, just Twitter, X, and YouTube. And I'm going to go on TikTok too. I just wasn't getting a lot of traction, and Twitter takes a little while. It takes a little while too, and so it's kind of like you see information, then you post it. So this is my main format, but I think I'm going to do. I'm on TikTok as well, but I haven't fully implemented everything. Hi, Dada. Brian Smith, MS Snead. Rubio says, F the step sisters and little red caps from the Rattlers on top. Brian Smith, Parsons was at LAX for the Chargers. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a Ram fan that posted. That's why I was like, oh. Hold on. Hi, Daddy. But yeah, we just got to trust our guys, man. That's all. We got to trust our dudes. Let's see. Hold on. How about this fella? How about this young fella?
I think just confidence and comfortability within the offense and around the guys, and just going out there and having a joy to compete and go to work every day.
I'm still bullish on Stetson Bennett. I really think that he's going to be a pretty good quarterback in the NFL. It remains to be seen, and we'll see what happens with that. Rubio says 11 more days. Love it. Can't wait, man. I cannot wait. Who in the chat is going to the Rams game, the Rams versus Niner game, rather, at SoFi Stadium? Jacques Forty says, we could be the Cowboys for F's sakes. Go Rams, we're good. Well, we are the second most valuable franchise in the NFL behind the Cowboys. And we've only been in Los Angeles like 10 years, back for 10 years. And that means a lot because that means that Stan Kroenke is slowly doing what he needs to do to acclimate himself back in the Los Angeles market, putting a huge footprint in the Rams LA empire. And let's see, hold on. And that's gonna be just better for me and you when we go to the games, we go to training camp. It's just gonna be awesome. But I'm interested to see what that uniform is going to be. Are you any of you guys going to buy the uniform, the rivalry uniform? Are you guys going to buy that? Oh, is that the bobblehead? There's the bobblehead that they were giving at Dodger Stadium today. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I wouldn't stay in that line for that. Maybe it depends. It depends on what it is. It depends. Rubio says, "I'll buy it if it looks good." Yeah, I just got they're expensive now, and I'm kind of pickier now. Master It, hello Rudy. Hope you've been good. Good health. Can't wait to see our Rams at full speed. Me too, brother. I'm tired of this preseason bull. I'm just glad that Stetson Bennett got some reps and did some things. And we got to see our young guys, our young cats do their thing. Sean Dollick and all those guys, and I really like the team that we have, man. We're reloaded, baby. We're reloaded. Rubio says Shohei Ohtani had 9 strikeouts tonight. Love it, love it. Ellie Brown says I might buy it. Yeah, we'll see what it looks like. Like I said, I think it's going to be like the Michigan Wolverines colors, it's going to be at first I thought it was black, like everybody. It's going to be like a midnight blue, and so we'll see what happens with that because I'm interested to see. It's just something new, something different. Hold on, dogs are going to get let out in a second. But I'm really stoked for our team, man. I'm really stoked for our team. It's going to be weird seeing Cooper Kupp, man, with Seattle when we play them. When we play the Seahawks, are you guys going to cheer Cooper Kupp? I think I will. I'll cheer him. Coop, man, I wish he was with us still. I wish he was still on our squad. That guy, that player, Cooper Kupp, meant so much to us because he had a season for the ages. I mean, no other wide receiver had the season that Cooper Kupp did. Jerry Rice, Megatron, The guy did everything, man. The guy helped bring that Lombardi with Matthew Stafford to Los Angeles. And you guys remember when we couldn't score against the Bengals when OBJ went down, and they stymied Cooper Cup for a little bit, and then when the shit hit the fan, and we needed some big plays, Matthew Stafford said, "I need you, babe. I need you. I need you." I don't know if you guys saw that video of the Super Bowl. And he tells them, just because they're good buddies and they do film, the Breakfast Club they call it, and they would look at film over and over and over again. That's why the no look pass, students of the game. And he goes, "I need you, babe. I need you. I need you." And so he said, "Okay." And big game, big game Super Cup did his thing, man. Imagine all of our lives if we would have lost that Super Bowl. But they came through for us, man. I always said, you know what? The Rams are back in Los Angeles. I want them to win a Super Bowl before I go, man, because I want to see the Rams win a Super Bowl in Los Angeles. And they did it, and it was beautiful. And now I want another one. Except this time I wanted at Levi Stadium, a.k.a. SoFi North. Rubio says, "Midnight Blue and Yellow is too close to the Chargers alternate uniform." That's right. That is right. Hold on. That is correct, sir. Chargers Navy. I forgot about that. Oh, boy. That's hilarious. They have the white numbers, though. Hold on. Hold on. The babies are acting up. Hold on. That is hilarious. Let me see. I'm trying to bring it up so I can show you. There we go. Except without the white numbers. Here we go. There it is. Would you call that Midnight Navy? Midnight Blue, rather, and yellow's too close. Yeah, see, except for the white numbers, if you made them yellow. Huh. Wow. That is a great comment. That's a great. I hope it's not true. The color scheme, you really can't do. White numbers, yellow numbers. Jose says yes for Cup. Yep. I'll be cheering him on. I'll cheer for him. Yes, indeed. He means a lot to us, man. He's on another team, but it's like Joe DiMaggio if he went to the Cincinnati Reds. You still would cheer him if you're a Yankee fan. Or when Fernando was with the Angels, you would still cheer him on. Ellie Brown says, "That's my boy," but no. Yeah, because you see the uniform first, right? Rubio says, "But only until he makes a good play." Yeah, I'll cheer him to come in. Well, wait. They're the road team, so yeah. So yeah, when they all come out, no. But Brian Smith says Coop will be on the IR by the time. Oh, shots fired. Rubio says Stafford and Cup, the 9 and dime connection. Yes, indeed, baby. That was an all-time great connection. G12, Grandizer 12. Hola, Vato, what's happening? What's new with you, Rudy? The Remilio Ramsteros and Vatos Locos forever. Let's go, LA. Puro Ramsteros a la verga. Who's Casa? The Rams Casa. Appreciate you, G12, as always. Rudy, you probably talked about it already, but yeah. We already talked about it, dang it. Picked up by the Seahawks, man. I thought the Panthers would get him. I need an inside linebacker badly. Yeah, I was all my feelings earlier. You missed it. G12 says, Rudy saw Seahawks fans bragging that they did. It looks like they did. Yeah, it sucks. Not only that, G12, they got Lampkin. The Eagles got Lampkin, or the pancake maker. But we're not going to rehash that. But yeah, how many ex players do the Seahawks have? Did the Seahawks have? How many ex Ram players? I'm not sure. There's a lot. There's a few of them. Rubis says, I'll cheer Verse more when he bust Cup's ass. Love it. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. I appreciate you guys. Love each and one of you guys. Thank you for coming in today. Today is Wednesday. I'll see you guys on Sunday night, 7:05. And if anything comes down the pike, look for the alert and everything, and we'll see you here. I appreciate you guys. Hope everything, and we'll get tomorrow for the uniforms. Maybe we'll come in and talk about that too. Look for the alert for that. We'll talk about them. But I'm looking for. In the meantime, look at my community posts on YouTube and also on my Twitter X posts. All right, as we always say, thank you G12 for coming in. May the Romelia be with you. And Romulators, mount up. Final thoughts of the noche is we'll see the rivalry uniforms tomorrow and see if we like them. All right, guys, appreciate you.